Whether you believe it's a good thing or not, football boot brands these days make a huge effort in developing new technologies and materials for the sake of better overall performance, where by comparison, a plain old leather football boot just seems a little bit boring. But I can assure you they're not, because you just might be missing out on more than you think. Here are 3 reasons why you might want to consider a leather pair of football boots in 2025. I've said it before and I will continue to say it, fit is by far the most important aspect of any pair of football boots, where if they don't fit you properly, they're not going to be comfortable, and if they're not comfortable, you're not going to have a good experience. And in the case of leather football boots in particular, their unique superpower, if you will, is that natural leather will stretch to the shape of your feet, where when you ask what the main difference is between the boots you can buy off the shelf and the boots that your favorite pros are wearing, a lot of them have boots that are custom formed to the shape of their feet, which is great if that's available to you, but that's obviously not an option for all of us, which is why a leather football boot after some break-in time that is stretched to the shape of your foot is the best way for the average consumer to actually get that custom fit. And let me tell you, as much as you think your football boots are comfortable right now, you don't know comfort unless you've experienced a well broken in soft pair of leather football boots. They don't even have to be expensive, but having an upper that is soft, pliable, and perfectly formed to your feet is a level of comfort that I think a lot of people do not realize that they're missing out on. If you typically find football boots uncomfortable and you've never had a leather pair, it might be time to reconsider. While I don't necessarily believe that any football boot will make your touch better, I do think that there is a certain level of forgiveness that comes along with a little bit of padding, where in a day and age of every football boot being a thin synthetic or textile material that gives you that raw, no padding, barefoot feel, there's a level of unforgiveness to a material like that, which might just be your cup of tea, the way you want your football boots to feel. But I think a lot of people might be surprised at how forgiving and controlled a slight bit of padding from a soft leather upper can actually deliver. Where don't get me wrong, I love the precision that comes along with a thin, barefoot feeling football boot, but I think a lot of people might be surprised at how much that little bit of padding on the upper helps them out when it comes to control.